What are you learning about the evidence that investigators could be reviewing here?
So, as I mentioned, those federal raids that were conducted on his homes back in March, obviously a lot of people wondering what was seized. Well, we are learning now that federal investigators are in possession of video footage that was taken inside of Combs's residence. We hear that these investigators have been contacting individuals that they have seen on this footage. One person, in addition to the accusers who have filed these civil suits, is a male sex worker. That is what a source tells me, and that they have been brought in for questioning.
So guys, as you can hear there, the Department of Justice is preparing an indictment against Sean Diddy Combs with accusers. And we're talking about everyone who was mentioned in the lawsuit and what Diddy said about them. We're talking about Daphne Joy, Young Miami, Little Rod, and the list goes on. All of them. And some people who have been seen on those video footage that was seized by Homeland Security. And as you can hear, including a male sex worker. Now, it is said that the accusers are set to testify in front of a federal grand jury. As we all know by now, there are multiple accusers set to testify against Sean Diddy Combs, with some already having filed lawsuits against him. The DOJ is seeking an indictment on charges of sexual assault, money laundering, drug trafficking, and the list goes on. Diddy's lawyers, they have stated that he will not comment on settled litigation and will only address important issues in the proper forum. Now, I guess this also gives us the sense why his lawyers were moving so hastily to have some of those, allegations against him dropped from the lawsuit, and they were using the statute of limitations. So basically they were saying, at the time you were claiming that the incident took place, the statute of limitation did not exist to protect you. And as such, the statute of limitation, it has been recently introduced, and you're filing under that claim. And as such, this portion of the case can be thrown out of court. So I believe that we all can see why his legal team was pushing for that. And I honestly believe that the moment his home was raided, his legal team, he sat down with them and he gave them, like a quick rundown of all the possibilities of what the feds could have seized. Now, we also heard from Sloan Bell that Obama was the one who was keeping him out of jail. Now, I wonder what else did they find that they're not going to reveal to us that they found, right? Because they're telling us, including a male sex worker, which means that they have a lot more. They have that tape with Cassie Ventura. They have a lot more. Do they have those tapes on, Lucian Grange and Diddy, Clive Davis and Diddy? Because there's so many people talking about it. Even Eddie Griffin saying, Diddy, yes, he has slept with Clive Davis. Yes, he has slept with Lucian Grange. So did they find those tapes, conceal them, took them out of, the evidence that they found at both mansions, and then delivered them to the owner and collect their big check? Because, honey, we know one thing. The law force, it is very corrupt. And that's the reason why Kim Porter was working with international authorities. But no, even though we hear that, they are preparing for an indictment. The investigation, it is still ongoing with Homeland Security investigators. They're still gathering evidence because, let's say, for example, he escapes this and all of that. They say what he did was nothing illegal, and his lawyers can prove that as it relates to the alleged, sex trafficking. It wasn't sex trafficking. It was just and also consented to have wild times, and he filmed it for later use and all of that. They are going to still push for other charges against him because you guys know that for years, so many people have been talking about things that they have learned of, knew of, including that New York nightclub shooting, that includes J-Lo, where Shine took the fall for Diddy. Remember that lady saying, the bullet fragment is still in my face, I can have you guys remove it and test it, and you'll see that the bullet came from Sean Diddy Combs' gun. So there is still a lot more than what is being brought to the surface at this point. I believe that what they're doing is to let people know, yes, I know the entire world saw us do a raid on his mansion. And I know that you guys have heard through the grapevine that we have found hours of video footage, because I told you guys that they did found hours and upon hours of video footage. So I believe they want the public to know that, oh, he's not going to get away. We're actually doing our work, and we're doing due diligence to ensure that we get this man off the street. But I honestly believe it's going to take a lot more time. I believe it's not going to be an open and shut thing like in the next 3 months, 6 months. I believe it's going to be, maybe ongoing to the next 3 years, right? No, we know also that Diddy has denied all these allegations and since then apologized to Cassie Ventura. But after he denied the allegation, didn't we see that viral video? So what I'm saying is that whatever his legal team is going to come out with and tell us and try to convince us and tell the media and argue to the media. And they're going to come with some really good points. Remember, these are criminal defense attorneys. They know what they're doing. And these people, they have a track record of representing some of, the most questionable people throughout, the past maybe 20 years, maybe 25 years, or even more. So these people really do have a lot of experience under their belt. So they are coming up with every single means, ways, and every single clause that they can use, in their favor to ensure that their client stays out of jail. And I think that the moment where Diddy sees where things are not turning or weighing in his favor, that's the moment wherein we're going to see him throwing in the politicians and the other celebrities. Do you guys remember that video that I did? I think it was on Sunday when I shared with you all Sean Diddy Combs' master plan to throw celebrities to the shark to minimize media damage, because he's saying that, he really doesn't want much of international press to pick up on this. Why would Diddy not want international press to pick up on this? It is because he may have plans to retire overseas, and that plan could be very well in the making. So, he doesn't want the press to, international press to pick up much on the trial. So his plans is to expose people like Donald Trump, Donald Trump Jr., and the list goes on. There were quite a few people that was mentioned in that blind item. I think I'm going to come back with that video again, because I think that it's not think. When I did that video on Sunday, a lot of people were like, oh, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. You're making it up. But at that point, the indictment was not yet revealed by CNN. So people believe that, oh, she's a small content creator, so ain't no way she got tips from anyone or anywhere because she's so tiny, But I have to say, I did have the information correct. So joke on you all who think that I was making that up. But anyway, guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care. See you guys later. Bye, guys.